All right, for our Chapter 6 quiz review, I'm going to be using the Elmo, so you may not see me a lot in this video. A couple things that I want to go over as you prepare for your Chapter 6 quiz. Couple things to think about here. Number one, your quiz is going to be 39 points, okay? The biggest thing with this is you're going to notice that it is only 14 questions. However, it is 39 points, which this is almost the point value of a test. The reason why there are so many points on this quiz is you are going to get a point for showing your step each time and also checking your solution. So most of your questions on this quiz are anywhere from 3 to 5 points. Okay, so just be aware of that. Your quiz is going to be over lessons 1 through 5 in Chapter 6. Okay, so what we're going to do here in a second is go back through and kind of review some of those problems that you had. As I said earlier, you're going to have 14 questions. Okay, and then 2 of those 14 questions are going to be story problems. And as you take a look and work through your review here, after you go through this review, you're going to realize that the story problem or problem-solving investigation for Chapter 6 is focusing on working backwards. Okay, and so again, 2 story problems, 14 questions. It's over lessons 1 through 5, and it is 39 points. Okay. Examples of problems that you might see or questions that you might see on your quiz. Okay, they're going to start off with the basic one-step equations. So you might see something as simple as x plus 6 equals 13. Okay, so when you work through this, you're going to be showing your work. So what I would expect to see is that you're subtracting 6 on both sides. So x is going to equal 7. Okay, then I have to go back and check it. So I'm going to plug in 7 for x. So 7 plus 6 does equal 13, okay? And that would be a plus 3 type of problem that you would see. You get a point for subtracting 6, a point for showing your answer, and a point for checking your solution, okay? Another type of problem you might see like that might be negative 8 equals m minus, let's say, 10, okay? So again, when I'm working through that, I've got negative 8 equals m minus 10. So the opposite is to add 10 to both sides. Negative 8 plus 10 should give me a positive 2. And 2 is going to equal m. So now I'm going to check it. 2 minus 10. And that does give me negative 8. Okay, so it does work. Again, that would be another one where you would have 3 points on that. Okay, so you will have a few one-step equations that you're going to need to be showing your work on that. Next one might be an example of a multiplication one-step equation. So you might have something as simple as 6n equals negative 54. Now when I solve this, I'm going to divide both sides by 6. So n is going to be equal to negative 9. So you get a point for showing your division, point for answer, and then I need to go back and double check and check my solution. So 6 times negative 9 should give me negative 54, and it works out. So again, that would be another example of a 3-point problem. Okay, you may have some where you have some rational coefficients. Okay, rational, remembering, could be decimal or fractional. So one of the things I might have is maybe 2.4 a is equal to, let's say it's equal to 12. Okay, now when I solve this, I'm going to divide both sides by 2.4. So those are going to cancel. A should be equal to, I'm going to take 12 divided by 2.4, and I'm going to get 5. Now I can check it. 2.4 times 5. Okay, and I can work that out, or you can use your calculator, that's fine. And that should equal 12. So again, there's another 3-point problem that you're going to have. Okay, you may have some with fractions. So maybe I have 1/2 b equals 20. So when I show my work on this, remember it's a fraction, so we never truly divide fractions, we always multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/2 would be 2 over 1. Those are going to cancel, so b is going to equal 20 times 2 is 40. Now I'm going to check it. 1/2 of 40, or 40 divided by 2, does equal 20, so that's going to work. Okay, so you will have quite a few of those. You will have a couple two-step equations. So let's talk about a two-step equation real quick. 2m plus 4 equals 30. Okay, so the first thing that I would do is I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. So 2m is going to equal 26. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And m should equal 13. Now I need to go back and check my solution. 2 times 13, that's 26. Plus 4 does give me 30. Now when you get to those will be worth 4. So you get a point here, point here, point here, and a point there. Let's take a look at another example of a two-step equation. Negative 2x minus 3 equals 37. Okay, so when I take a look at this, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. 3's cancel out. I have negative 2x equals 40. Now I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. So x is going to equal negative 20. Now I'm going to check it. Negative 2 times negative 20 would be a positive 40. 40 minus 3 is 37. So those are some of the examples of the types of problems in terms of one step and two-step that you will see. Okay? As I said earlier, the other two problems that will be on here will be story problems. And so when you are working on your mid-chapter check, the focus working backwards in your book, you will have some examples of story problems to help you out with that. So what I would like you to do right now is to go ahead and take a look at your problem-solving investigation and kind of review back through those story problems as well. You will also have the review that's in your book on page 492, and you can refer to the website in terms of what you need to do on that.